Ahoy there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olusegun Coming of Nosa Capital with a new video on matters Bitcoin. Now, from the title of this video, I state, what V-shaped recovery? And the reason why I've stated that is just on the basis of just having, for anyone, to just look at the charts. But before we go into detail, let me quickly clarify something. As for those of you who've watched my videos, for those of you who know, I'm a big man on Ichimoku. I love Ichimoku. But despite any analysis I do on Ichimoku, I always talk about the 21 weekly exponential moving average. But I've taken this thing one step further. I've also included another moving average, which is the 20 weekly simple moving average. Now, for ease of conversation, I'm just going to be saying 21 weekly and 20 weekly. And as to identify the two, the purple line here, ladies and gentlemen, this purple line is the 21 weekly exponential moving average, while the green line is the 20 weekly simple moving average. So at least you know which one is which. Anyway, if you look at my analysis past, you will always see that I always talk about the Bitcoin price being above the 21 weekly moving average. I've extended that to include the 20 week moving average, which as you all know, if the price of Bitcoin is below this moving average, you will find that it also affects the prices of the altcoins. And as you can see, the altcoins are down. Bitcoin, despite the fact that it has fallen down to some late 45.6%, something like that, despite its dwindling, or should I say diminishing dominance, Bitcoin still dictates which direction the market goes. That goes without saying. And we see it every time that there is something on. If there's anything that goes on, Bitcoin always starts the trend and everything else follows. And I've said in earlier videos, until Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, is above the 20 weekly, we are not going to get any major increases in the prices of altcoins. What we're going to have is what we've been having for the last few weeks, where prices keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is going to go on for a while. And if you, just very quickly, were to put on the Ichimoku, and we go right to the end here, let's change that. Let's change this to a cross. If we go right to the end, we're looking at December. And we're looking at prices at about 36,952. And if you look at the circumspan A, we're looking at 45,505. So this is what we're supposed to expect. We're supposed to expect this sideways movement for quite a while. Now this might go on. Now some analysts have said this is going to go on for quite a few months. But we'll just have to wait and see. Stranger things have happened in Bitcoin. With the price of Bitcoin. Now, my main problem, or my main reason for actually talking about this, is the fact that you keep hearing people saying, analysts saying it's a V-shaped recovery, V-shaped recovery, V-shaped recovery, V-shaped recovery. Almost as if people have forgotten what a V-shaped recovery looks like. So without putting too fine a point, let's look at the chart right in front of us. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go back as far as March of last year. And if let's just do this, just for ease, let's just use this path tool. If we go here and we do that, and it goes there, and we do that. Let's just try and see if we can remove. Unfortunately, let's use this then. We do that to that, and we go from here we do that to, let's say, there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that a kind of V shape in front? Isn't that a kind of V shape? Doesn't that look like a V shape recovery to you? Whereas, take a look at this bit here. Let's do that. Let's look at this. We've gone from that. We've gone like that. And then we've gone sideways. And then we probably get something that will look like this. That's just me guessing. But I would suspect that we're in for a more of a U-shaped recovery, if you ask me, not a V-shaped recovery. I mean, just the price action alone tells you that we're not in for a V-shaped recovery. Now, I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't understand why analysts keep saying a V-shaped recovery. A V-shaped. It seems as if because somebody has said it, it seems as if it's almost like a mantra with some people. V-shaped recovery. I have just shown you from March last year what a kind of V-shaped recovery looks like. But look at this. Does the price action look the same here? Look at that price action. This looks more like a U-shaped recovery, if you ask me, because I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be something like looks something like this. So far so good. So where are they getting this V-shaped recovery from? And secondly, I would always say this to you. Whenever the price of Bitcoin goes up and it shows some kind of positive action, I would strongly recommend that people should not get overly excited about it. Because right here in my analysis and my videos, I've already given you a very, very simple criteria as to studying the direction of the price and the crypto market as a whole at the beginning of a new cycle. I repeat, when the price of Bitcoin goes above the 21 weekly moving average, and even then goes above the 20 weekly moving average, when it goes up over that, then you can begin to expect a recovery. And I suspect that when that recovery comes, Bitcoin would possibly blast right up to 70,000, and from that to 100,000. Now, some people are still predicting 100. Some people are predicting 100,000, or sorry, some people are predicting 300,000. I tend to disagree. I think the maximum we'll get is about 100,000. For those my subscribers on my newsletter would have read on my newsletters in January, where I predicted, and I don't normally predict, but I felt that the price of Bitcoin would get to a maximum of 70,000 in 2021. Now we hit 64,000. But if you look at the price action, which I think we should do another video about on that, you will find that the rapid movement of Bitcoin just did not take a break. It just kept blasting straight up and then hit the 65,000 range, and then, splat. It came heading down. Again, I say, wait for the price action to go above the 21 weekly and then eventually the 20 weekly before you begin to schedule those blockchainology, Forbes or Fortune interviews that people want to do and be able to say, oh yes, the price of Bitcoin or whatever went up. No, ladies and gentlemen, I would strongly recommend that people should be calm and let's see what happens. Anyway, that's enough for me. As I always say, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.